Hola, muy buenas a todos, estamos aquí en otro capítulo más y esta vez es de Horizon Forbidden West y seguimos aquí. Quería dejar esta conversación
Looks
para
like
cuando
this room
empezara
has changed. Is that your
el
doing,
capítulo
Gaia?
porque me parece importante.
Yes.
Así que vamos a
I
ver
have
con
repurposed the displays to
Otayo.
track the cauldrons you have acquired data
Vamos a ver qué
from.
nos dice Gaia
So
primero.
the 10 carried their visions with them. Aloy,
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
Muy bien, vamos a ver. Los Zen.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
Quizá, a lo mejor sí. Vamos a ver, tu información, ¿qué
What are you
pasa?
looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus. It will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes,
Algo así.
How many?
as many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Muy bien, los Tenak. El clan
You
Espíritu.
said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt.
Uy,
It was
perdón, mi
I
perro.
who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Bueno, eso está como...
Why did you leave the
Cogido de
Sky
pinza.
Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
La verdad.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself, even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
La que
I am
fue
not.
una trampa.
Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
Qué bonito. Las alas de los 10.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Decca, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the 10 flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom and the awe it must have inspired.
El jefe
What did
Hikaru.
Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best martial. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
Qué bonito. Ahora sí, volvemos y le decimos adiós a nuestro
I should
amigo.
go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the 10 walk with you.
A mí este señor me cae bien, la verdad. Pero bueno, nos vamos a lo que viene siendo la misión principal. Ahora sí, como siempre, hablamos con Varl
What do you
y nos
say?
vamos.
Should we get going?
Sí, ahora sí nos vamos. En
Let's
marcha.
go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
No sé qué tan bueno va a ser esto, la verdad. O sea, sí o sí teníamos que hacer esta misión. No te dejaba hacer ninguna otra misión. Como raro. Sí o sí tiene que
This
hacerla.
distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Las manos tienen que doler ahí, me da miedo. Vale, hay máquinas. Ah, no, no son máquinas. ¿Quién es esta ahora? Ah, una de los... de Nick.
Merman.
What is that?
What the hell?
Toma, para que vuelva. O sea que la electricidad les afecta.
Well, that takes the keg.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
No
We'll
tienen
check
como
out the
frito.
battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
Muy bien, vamos a
Well,
ver.
there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Vale, vamos a examinar el cadáver. La verdad que parece como más normal esta mujer.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield.
¿Y cómo la
But
mataron?
why was she
Porque no veo
here?
sangre.
I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah,
I'm catching
Well, go do
snowflakes
your
on my
thing.
lashes.
I'll wait here.
¿Algo? Examinar espectro.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset.
Ayudar al rescate del
I wonder
activo.
what this asset is.
Raro. Luis se está muriendo de frío. A ver qué más tenemos por aquí. Mm, Que no me muestra nada más, ¿no? Lanzadoras de sectores. Creo que no. Ah, sí. Pero no entiendo. No me pone nada más que tenga que examinar, básicamente. Investiga. Lo estoy investigando. A lo mejor soy yo que soy tonto, ¿no?
Tanakh rebels, an Asaram, a Zenith, and a freaky machine. And Didrik. You done looking around?
Almost.
Hay algo que no estoy viendo. No, Está así como resaltadito y no... Es que a lo mejor no... Es que debería verlo todo con el foco, ¿no? Pero aún así no... Allí, ya lo vi. Ah, no, es un alijo de su pico. No, allí detrás que... El suministro mercado, no. Voy a quitar este de aquí por si acaso. Interfiriendo. No parece nada como que tenga que seguir investigando. Allí. El hijo de suministro. El hijo de suministros marcados. Bar. La señora esta sigue apareciendo como si estuviera resaltada, pero no me sale nada que investigar, me estoy trabando.
Tanakh rebels, an Asaram,
Pack's full, but my stash has room.
Este tampoco me deja como cogerlo ni nada. Te juro que no sé qué más tengo que hacer. No, ¿ves? Como que me he hecho otra vez para detrás. Poniendo un poquito nerviosito.
what a mess.
Voy a mentir. Supuestamente con el foco tengo que escanear el campo de batalla. Pero no veo absolutamente nada que tenga que escanear con mi foco. Allí, ya lo vi. A ver, ahora es por aquí. Tengo que... Vale, era esto, normal.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Vamos a ver, está aquí.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Veo más cosas por allí. Vamos a ver qué es. Campamento, ¿no?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
¿Por qué
All
estaban?
right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
O sea, ¿por qué estaban vigilando esta área? Y cómo saben, estaba aquí uno de las subfunciones de Gaia.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Y esto me huele a trampa que da miedo, ¿eh? ¿Qué quieres que te diga? Pero a trampita de la buena, además, ¿eh?
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Pero no, o sea, dile que no se enfrente, porque este es capaz que se enfrenta. Aloy sigue muriéndose de frío. Coordenadas de SOS.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so
Puede
it
ser.
sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Tiene sentido. A ver, otro datito más. Datos nuevos que ya miraré luego. Esto es una arma de
I've
los...
never seen a transmitter like
Lenin,
this
¿no?
before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Yo pensando que era una espada.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But
Entonces,
then
¿qué
why
seguimos
were the Zeniths
investigando?
still searching for the asset?
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
Pero
At
¿por qué
least
seguimos
this one doesn't
investigando
seem
si
to have
Lidia no va a
giant
estar
killer
aquí?
machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Pero, o sea, es lo que yo digo, sigo sin entender por qué estamos investigando esto. Sí, básicamente... Eso, y Lidia no está aquí. Y era nuestra misión principal por...
All this stuff. Wonder if we find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
Hay aquí también. Y nos vamos directamente a la misión principal. Datos nuevos que recopilamos, pero nos vamos. Esto no es lo que estábamos buscando. A ver, ¿y ahora por dónde tenemos que ir? Porque me acabo de perder lo más grande. A ver, bajamos por ahí, ¿verdad? No. Creo que no. Vale, esto es nuevo. Creo. Sí, es nuevo porque esto lo he visto. La puerta no se puede abrir. Por aquí vinimos. No. No vinimos.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born?
Sí.
This is how.
A machine that makes a person.
This place
That's
keeps
incredible.
on going. Yeah.
Vale, y ahora que tenemos que bajarme, supongo, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a suponer que sí.
Calling. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the dawn, he said he needed our help. He dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's
¿Dónde,
for sure.
¿Dónde está Bar? ¿Está allá arriba? ¿Dónde está? Yo no lo veo por ningún lado. Y me parece como que está muy lejos. Lo oigo como lejísimo. Ah, ¿ves? Está allá arriba, qué raro. ¿Y por qué no viene directamente aquí? No entiendo.
A control console.
Ah.
To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Vamos a ver. Introducir código 237. ¿Puede ser?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
No.
236?
Madre, pues yo no sé, no entiendo ni cómo me acordé, también te digo, No entiendo ni cómo me acordé. ¿Esto es un humano? ¿Esto es un humano? ¿Esto es en serio? ¿Es otra Aloy?
Aloy. It's you.
Sí, es que es clavada.
Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
¿Qué es eso ahora? Oye, esto se pone cada vez más interesante, ¿eh? Un dron.
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Esa es
You must
Ilicia.
succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
Está muerta.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
No.
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Vale, vamos a salvar a alguien. Esto me gusta.
protect
Esto me... Vale. Me gusta,
How'd you
pero
prepare
voy a
before
tener
the
yo
Spectre
que...
gets here? I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Prepárate para la batalla. Gracias. Qué amables todos. Vamos a hacer una cosa. Vamos a hacer... Por si acaso. Vale. No. 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 Vale, no puedo
Here
pasar
it
por
comes.
aquí. Genial, perfecto. ¿Esto les hace algo? Ah, sí, sí les hace algo.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
No, 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 no. Pásate. Ay, Dios mío. Es que, bueno, intento, pero no consigo. Intento, pero
See
no
if it has any
consigo.
weak spots.
Intento, pero no consigo.
That thing's quick.
La verdad, no te voy a mentir. Pero tiene mala puntería. No. Pero no sé a qué débil contra el fuego. Ah. No me hagas desperdiciar. ¿Por qué no puedo crear? Vale, estas son las últimas. ¡Ostras! Qué bueno. ¿Te me quieres dejar en paz, bicho? Déjeme en paz, bicho feo. ¡Ostras! Me cogió bien cogido. Vale, vale, vale. Esto no me gusta nada, esto no me gusta nada. Tengo una poción por aquí. Salud pequeña, grande. Por si acaso. Por si acaso. ¿Se auto regenera la vida o es cosa mía? No, déjame en paz. Es que no puedo saltar, macho. Me da una rabia. Mis perros ladrando, espero que no se escuchen a mis perros ladrando como unos locos, porque yo no sé qué les pasa. No sé qué les pasa ahora, que están ladrando, pero como si fueran unos locos. Y no los puedo mandar a callar ahora mismo, porque claro, estoy grabando. La poción resultó nefasta. O sea, por aquí no puedo pasar, vale, no. Dice, mierda, no la puedo. Y yo tengo la sensación de que este bicho se regenera. Y si pruebo con... Uy. Con esto. No, no me dieron. No, esto lo... Esto lo regenera, creo. Anda, acabas de perder algo. Espero que no haya sido valioso. No me das. Malvado. Movimiento es complicado de darle. No, no me diste. No me diste. No vengas de salvaje que no me diste. Aún así me quita vida el Pinocho este. Ajá. No. ¿Dónde crees que va? Eso, lárgate para atrás. No. Ostras, esta fue buena, Vamos a hacer más de esto porque necesitamos. Pasa de esto, lo malo de esto es que te quedas aquí como colgado y eso no me gusta nada. Es que yo sabía. sigue disparándome con eso. No me das. Mientras me sigas disparando así y te quedes ahí quieto, por mí me viene genial. Vete tú. Me viene de perlas. Sigue ahí. Tú sigue ahí. Te voy a reventar la vida. Te voy a reventar la vida, campeón. Pero ¿por qué no me... ya no me... Es que no me esquiva. No me esquiva, ¿esto qué es? Otra vez mi perro, espero que no se esté viendo, pero me está poniendo de los nervios. Y de los nervios que me pone esto y de los nervios que me pone mi perro, te voy a reventar la vida. Ahora sí, muerte a la máquina. Pero antes de irnos, vamos a...
There.
Uy, se quedó súper bugueada.
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Madre mía. Está potente el asunto. Vámonos. Espero que Val haya conseguido...
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre.
haya conseguido
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
salvar a mi gemela. Estoy viendo a ver si no se escucha el ladrido de los perros en el ordenador, porque tengo claro, el audio me sale como cuando yo hablo a qué nivel sale y saco, y claro, estoy mirando la pantalla del ordenador.
Aloy!
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Ya estoy casi. ¿Qué te pasa, gran guerrero? Por favor, que Eren no se muera.
I gotta get to Aaron.
Eren. Ostras. No estás muerto, ¿verdad?
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out!
Snow falling.
That thing's shooting
Well,
down the
only a
center.
matter of time. Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
Vale, no tenemos más dentro.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Vale.
The Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be
El
able to
hielo,
sneak
vale,
up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. I need to sneak around behind it. Tough fight.
No, ¿a dónde va? ¿A dónde crees que va? Mi madre, mi moto.
Aloy! You did it!
No shots left.
Vale, a ver si podemos hacer más. ¿Y sí? Y vamos a congelar, bicho malo.
Let's dance some naphtha!
Ahora sí.
Hit it while it's
Está reventadísimo. Vaya por Dios. Pero no te pongas. Es que me da rabia porque se pone en plan. Que no esquiva, me da rabia. Eso me da rabia. Vamos a crearte más. Vamos a reventarte la vida. Ajá, ¿qué te creías? Ostras. Me creo yo. Me creo yo. Ahora. Ahora es el momento.
it won't like that.
Venga ya. Este está más potente que el otro, ¿eh?
You want a taste of this? Aloy, get out!
Que me salga de aquí, gracias por el consejo.
I can keep this going.
te reviento esto, se te cae en algún momento. Vamos a hacer más de estas, a ver si puedo. ¿Ve que sí? Vale, quédate ahí. Ostras, me dio. No. Ahora sí. Casi. Lárgate de aquí, Aloy, porque vas a pillar como, vamos, como buen pilladín que vas a pillar. Ya te lo digo yo. ¿Esto qué es? No.
A heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
¡Ostras! ¡Ostras! Reventadísimo. Vamos a hacer a la puerta.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
Vámonos.
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Cerré la puerta porque espero que no se estén oyendo los inmensos ladridos de mis perros. Que es una pasada, o sea, hoy están descontroladísimos. Antes de ir... Antes de ir a donde tenemos que ir, voy a reparar todo lo que tengo que reparar. Bueno, no reparar. A reabastecer todo lo que tengo que reabastecer. Porque, vamos, pedazo de lucha esta, Y de resto vamos a hacer aquí un rapidito por aquí. Y nos vamos a examinar esa arma. Que ahora tiene que estar fría, me supongo. Y recuerden que Aloy dijo antes que no podía revisarla hasta que no estuviera fría.
No.
No se puede desintegrar así. Ah, pero... ¿qué es eso?
Well, it's better than nothing.
Yo creo que era... ostras. Ah, vale, pensé que no había...
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze.
Vale,
If
pues
we can
tenemos
rectify
varias
it,
misiones por lo que se ve.
maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl,
El clon.
where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Hablar con Bar.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
Espérate que ahora la ataca.
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Anillo.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Primitivo. Gracias.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so... the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their
Beta,
descendants.
pasa algo.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them.
Eh?
The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Eh?
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
Tenemos más cosas sobre los
The
Zenith.
Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well... surprise. So we're
Any?
dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they
Verbena.
resent his authority over them,
Mi
but in
pueblo
the
verbena es una
end, they
fiesta.
always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
Madre mía.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age too.
Vale, fuga.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
Bueno, un poquito antipática la señora.
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. Are gonna die.
Hey.
Está dando un ataque de
Calm
ansiedad.
down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Y que no te dio otro ataque de ansiedad, por favor. Madre mía. La mujer casi le da un infarto.
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver a Gaia. Y después de eso dejaremos ahí el episodio porque me está haciendo larguito, pero bueno, creo que vale la pena porque es un episodio importante. Tenemos un nuevo personaje, o sea que me alegra. Y Gaia nos puede dar cierta iluminosidad.
So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Exacto.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time.
Exacto.
Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right.
Muy bien, pues entonces hasta aquí
Thanks,
vamos a
God.
dejar
Notificación nueva. Trofeo
los
ganado.
trofeos que me salen todo el rato.
Pulsa el botón PS
Vamos a
para
dejar
obtener
aquí el
información.
episodio. Gracias por verlo, darle like y suscribirse. Muchísimas gracias por el apoyo en el último vídeo. Y adiós.